All right. It's Dave. I'm sorry you can't see my face just yet, but you will in a second, because my phone isn't working right. Hello. Anyway, I'm having a hell of a time getting the camera to turn around to me. There I am. Hey. Anyway, yeah, it's the old fart. Anyway, I hate using that term, but I'm pretty good looking for, whatever it is I am. How forgotten how old I'm, like 19. Anyway, I've been wanting to do this for a few weeks now. I just want to reach that screen and smack these commentators around about job figures. Now all of a sudden there's 500 and something thousand jobs out of the economy. Unprecedented, astounding, huge. Shows how great everything's going. Well, and the mortgage rate stories. Oh, I got a few things to share. So, okay, let's start with the job numbers. I have a lot of friends all over the country. I talk to them. I'm just a little gaddy, gossipy little thing. Anyway, so the number of people who, and I can't say all of them, but a lot of people, like even where I work, all over the country, are seeing people getting their hours cut in the anticipation of the recession coming. And that's number one. Number two, a lot of people are having, because the cost of goods, are finding out they need to have a second job. Wives, husbands, kids in the family, kids growing up. I love how they just put these little kind of broad brush statements on the news. They're like cheerleaders for people, trying to get people to get back into the market, into the housing market, which is actually where I am. When we first got here, there were 70, 80 homes for sale. Now there's 400. My landlord refused to believe it, but it's on Zillow. It's on Zillow, and you can see how much they're sort of incrementally dropping the prices a little bit at a time. Well, these places aren't moving. You can see how long they've been on the market. And what happens is these people pull the place off the market so that the people look at it and they don't see that it's actually been on the market for 4, 5, 6, 7 months. And some are just new in the market. The rentals, everyone's moving out of the area because they think they can save money by moving 20 miles away, but spending more time going back and forth to work, and it really is negligible difference. I guess it's sort of like, what's your time worth? So I live in a pretty expensive area. But, in fact, a lot of these jobs, what's happening is people are getting cut back in their hours. It's happening a lot in the last few weeks. But I'm sure that's and this is a wealthy town, so it's been happening in other places. So people are looking for second jobs. Another thing people are doing is looking for second jobs. This is the good news before the storm, which will probably happen in the spring. And I have seen reports, you gotta love this. People talking about, well, we can turn this thing around and we don't have to lay off millions of people. 1 or 2 million people won't have to lose their jobs. And this is actually a story I read by some business commentator, that people were binge buying during COVID and after, and that we had to stop them from, doing things like whatever they were buying. And it's basically, they want the money to go to services, like people who bought hotels and things, that they think it's okay that it goes to services, but all these other people who started these businesses, they don't want that, because they don't want the money going there. They want the money going to the big guys. It's a wealth consolidation. And so they go, well, we want our money, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep raising the interest rate. This is my take. You can take it or believe it. I think what they're going to do is take it and raise the rates, get people laid off, cut back so these big guys can continue to make all their huge profits. They want to keep making the money that they've always made, and they don't care that they lay you, or whoever, our friends, family, others, off. They want to make the money when things get shitty that they made, and so that's why they do that. I'm going to go this way. They don't want to lose anything. They're greedy, right? That's sort of what's happening. So if you buy into the thing that this is some sort of natural phenomena that's coming, no. It's greed driven by big, huge guys who control. I know I sound like a conspiracy theorist here, but I've been around long enough and I see how it drives, and you can see the market forces behind it. I know maybe someone out there is a business major who isn't owned by the large corporate interest and will have something to say, but I think most of you see things for what they are and what's going on around us. Then there's the thing, about the mortgage rates have dropped 9/10 of a point. You know what that is? You know who controls the mortgage rates? The people who sell mortgages. I was in my bank, and they said no one was taking out regular mortgages. They were taking out what's called ARMs, adjustable rate mortgages. You get an adjustable rate mortgage, one day you'll find your rate going up, boink, and then you're screwed, and they get your property and all the money you gave. They don't care. So what they do is they drop the rates a little bit to lure people back in, because they want to squeeze every last dime they can out of any unsuspecting investor, because they know what's coming. They have people who are forensic accountants, and they know the future's coming, and so they're grabbing every last one before the next guy gets the money. And it's like a bad mob movie like Scarface, and then you gotta watch out for the other guy. That's how bad it's gotten. Anyway, so don't buy that stuff. That's the same thing. And all these realtors, the market's doing really well. There's a lot of cash buyers out there. Oh yeah, really? You think cash buyers, people who have that kind of cash, are going to buy the market? It's way 20 to 35% overpriced in the housing market? Nope. They didn't get that rich by buying way up when things are way overpriced. And they really are going to try to sell you. And they keep, it's funny, these people come on and they're like paid for economic cheerleaders, if you will, to sell people, to try to get people into the market, to get their money on their hands. Everybody wants to get their hands on our money. And so, I would just say to everyone, be frugal, because I just think there's some bad stuff coming. For some people, it's going to be worse, and some people, it's not going to be so bad. I moved in an area that's pretty wealthy, and my job, I'm high up, and I'm pretty secure, I believe, and I think I'll be okay, because I can multitask. I'm doing like ops in the place where I work. I do a variety of things, and a lot of people don't have my skill set, the old fart skill set, for all the years I've been in the hospitality industry. Anyway, but just saying, don't buy all this crap you see from these people. There's that English guy, Richard, whatever he is, just now on CNN, and he was basically saying what I just said. But, I'm sure there'll be someone coming in here and go, you shouldn't be so negative. I've been around. I'm over 70. I've seen it again and again and again and again. And, you can look over here, look at all the traffic, all the people going around about their day, going up. That's Highway 41. Very busy, very, very lucrative place. I moved here because I saw this coming, and moved here for just that reason. A lot of states are lucky to have that federal money they got during COVID, like Hawaii. If Hawaii hadn't gotten that money, they'd probably be declaring bankruptcy, because they're basically Hawaii's basically bankrupt. All the pension funds, they spent a lot of a huge amount of money. Eventually, if they don't get another bailout, all those people, like it's happened all over the country, who have pensions, are all going to get the shaft. That's really going to cause a lot of problems, And I know I'm ranting and raving conspiracy. There's no conspiracy. This is just business cycles. It's a business cycle. The businesses expand. The monetary system expands and contracts. Expands and contracts. And that's just fact. I've been around for 7 decades. Can't believe I'm still here after all that I've been through. But anyway, I had to say something, because I can't believe these charlatans and scumbags. And there's a lot of news people You know, don't we all just hate almost all news people, except my friend in Hawaii. I love her very much. And some of my news reporter friends in Hawaii who try their best to put out a story, you know, that sells some truth. But I tell you, hold on. Don't buy the propaganda, if you will, the misinformation that's being dealt and handed out to everybody to, you know, get you, oh yeah, go right ahead, buy that car. They're even dropping prices 5% on Ford cars because they're not selling cars. That's why they're dropping the prices. So, you think about it. Think about everything I said. Take it apart. Look at what they're saying. Look at what they're doing, and look at your situation. And you figured out. You're all smart enough to know that basically we're being conned, or trying to be conned. We're not being conned. It depends on how gullible you are to buy into this stuff. And now I'm older and smarter enough to know it and wiser. So we're being more frugal. Sure, I mean, I'm not living wildly expensive. I'd like to go on a vacay to Vegas, baby. Those of you who know me, I'll be maybe seeing you soon, but I don't think I can afford it. Some people want me to go to Hawaii and spend $10,000. That's a whole nother story, but I have personal family issues that are holding me back from staying away from the house even for more than a day within my household. So won't go on into that, but yeah, it seems like I'm here in a very beautiful place, and I love the safety of the environment I live in, and it's great. We moved here on purpose. We spent a lot of money moving here to do this. A lot of money. Thank God. Anyway, take care. I hope you're all... Oh, look, Jeffrey's. Hey, Jeff. You dude. And who else is it? I don't know. Robert Bush. I don't know who he is. Lisa Collins and Phil Thomas. But Jeffrey, you'll see his name there, is an old friend of mine. When I lived in the Sonoma Valley in Santa Rosa, and we met in Guerneville, beautiful little town if you've never been there. And yeah. Hi, Jeff. How you doing? How you doing? Nice seeing you. How am I looking? Take care, brother. I love you. Peace, everybody. Right, take care. I just had to go on a rant. I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take it no more. They're just like irritating me. I'm laying there going, who are these people? Scandalous, shameless. They're like timeshare salesmen. I think they're the most hated people in the country, I think, on polls. Politicians are at the top, and I think realtors are number 2. Mortgage bankers, timeshare salesmen. Hope none of you are any of the above, but not all of them. I'm just saying, but as a general saying, people do not like politicians or realtors. I think realtors are despised. You know, I mean, some of them, I would say 90% of them are just shameless con people. But, you know, I'm finger pointing. When you get older, you lose your filters. You know, a lot of you guys know I knew Joan Rivers. And she said once, and I said, where does all this stuff comes from that you write? She goes, you know, when you get older, Dave, shit just comes out of your mouth. I go, no, say it's not so. God bless you, Joan. I'm channeling you every day. I sense you and feel you and learn from you. Take care.